Stop being so serious. It is making your life worse, and you're probably not having very much fun. I'm not trying to lecture you. It's probably not making anything better to be so serious. Who is it for? Who does it serve? Do you feel good when you take yourself seriously? Not, I don't mean, when you show up for yourself, that's taking yourself seriously. I mean, don't go too far. Don't take yourself too seriously. Something that I've been working on a lot lately is doing things to heal my inner child. And one of those things is just learning to play and have more fun and be more like how I was when I was a kid. And like today I made a painting and I'm very proud of it. I feel like Bob Ross. Look, I made little birds and everything. I'm not a painter. Visual art is not my thing. I am a musician, and for a long time, any playing that I tried to do would always be musical stuff, and sometimes it's hard to get out of your box. Sometimes it's hard to play it's hard to play at your office, Sometimes, especially for my creatives, this is for anybody, but especially for my creatives, if you sculpt, maybe don't play with clay. Maybe play with dancing. If you dance, maybe don't play with movement. Maybe play with sculpture. You know what I mean? Like, take your medium and throw it out the window and say, what can I do to show up for my younger self? What can I do to heal part of myself? What can I do to come more into a presence with whatever part of yourself you're trying to connect with? For me right now, it's my inner child. For you, it might be anything. It could be, any part of you, your inner divine or your inner whatever that you're trying to get a better relationship with. For me right now, this is all for younger Katie. This is all for younger me. And I'm really happy that I'm doing things and showing up. And I don't know, I feel so happy. I really, really, really feel so happy. And and I'm proud of this. That's the thing too, is you don't have to, I don't know anything about art, so I can't judge this. I don't know if my clouds are good. I don't know if my mountain's good. And I don't care, because I had fun making it. I had fun making it. So, all I have to say to you today is play. It's fun. It's fun, and life should be fun. And life is crazy, and the world is crazy, and you owe it to yourself to preserve your sense of wonder. Because as artists, the only way that we can get through certain times, the only way we can give what we need to give to the collective in times where we're called on, at least in my opinion, we have to show up as our highest and most healed selves in order to meet the moment. And a lot of that looks like crying into your journal, or it has for me lately, and hard inner work and difficult. I mean, it's all your mindset, but for me, it has been this is heavy. Heavy's the word. Not hard, but heavy. Balance it with light. Balance it with painting, with your friend and her kids. Balance it with dancing to a song that you like. Balance it. Balance the heavy with light. And it's also how you can balance darkness and light. Because if you are a light maker, which I don't even know if that's a word, but that's our job. If you are trying to be a source of light, then you need to deal with the dark and deal with the heavy. Because, that's part of it. But then the other side of that is joy. Joy, expressing joy. I'm gonna cry. Expressing joy. Real, pure happiness and joy. I have been through the worst year of my life, and I am the happiest I've ever been. Make it make sense. it's because I'm doing things and showing up for my inner child and showing up for my younger self, not even my childhood self, but my teenage self, my early 20s self, showing up for her and showing up for anyone who needs to hear this stuff, because I know I'm not just talking to myself. I know that you guys resonate with this stuff. Thank you for letting me have this as an outlet, because this is joyful for me too. And, you know, for a long time, even trying to make videos or make content, we're done with that word, okay? Yeah, you're making videos, or you're making pictures, or you're making whatever it is that you're putting out. Content is the suitification and the co-opting of the man wants you to call it content, man. Call it a video. Like, this has been a great way for me to play, because I get to just talk about what's on my mind. And I encourage you to find an outlet like that if you don't have one. And for a long time, I didn't have one. And I even felt like coming into a space like YouTube or even Instagram, TikTok, whatever, was this huge thing. You have to have a debut. And it's like, what is this, cotillion? Like, I get to do whatever I want. This is my platform. And there are 106, I think, people who subscribe to it, which is, it's not a lot by YouTube, but I am damn proud of it. And I've gotten to reach people because I'm having fun and I'm being real, and like, have more fun and be more real if you are struggling with feeling fulfilled or feeling like you're trying to find yourself, trying to express yourself better or more frequently or more effectively. Play, and find an outlet, because it's essentially the same thing. But, you know, don't just find an outlet and then make it a side hustle. The man wants you to make it a side hustle. Make it something that has its only value is to you, right? Like, I would never try to sell this, but I am proud of it. And if you are somebody in a creative field, you can feel like, I also like had a recording session that I went to today for something that I wrote. Somebody was singing. I had to be there remotely. Like, you know, I still like did my job today, but I also got to play, and I got to like drink hot chocolate and look at the snow and sit by a fire, and like, it's about balance. It's about drive. It's about balance, and the heavy and the light and the work and the play and the light and the dark, it's all, we get to engage in that balance when we get to find it. What an honor, what a privilege to be able to have things to think about like that. And if it's something that you can't seem to access a lot of, like if you're really bogged down by stuff in the news, which is valid. If you're really bogged down by stuff in your personal life, which is also valid. Maybe you're raising kids and life is going through it right now. You owe it to yourself to try to find an outlet or play. And I don't care if that is making a snowman out of Play-Doh and, you know, opening up a new marker and drawing scribbles with it. Play, where your only value of the thing is really internal, is something that no one can ever take away from you. Like the action of even reading, right? Like something that is not going to make anybody in that moment anyway, any money. Like, it's not only is it an act of kind of rebellion against systems that want you to only be productive, like productivity is kind of overrated, at least in creative worlds. Like, I think be prolific if you want to be, but don't be productive to just for its own sake. You know what I mean? Like, do things for yourself, even if it's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel selfish. Today I felt like, oh my god, I should have spent more time in the studio. I should have practiced. I should have let it go, because this this is practice. I was practicing playing, and you know, it's good to get in a sandbox and make a sandcastle, and for it to just be for you. You owe it to yourself to try to heal even a little bit of something that might have not been poured into. Pour into it. What's the worst that can happen? Life is more fun and whimsical. I've had people tell me, "Oh, you're too whimsical. You live in a fantasy world." Yeah, it's great. Welcome. You can come in or you can stay out. Welcome to Katieland, okay? Like, there are people who are gonna not get it. Don't date them, is what I'll say. But there's gonna be people that don't get it. And forget about that. Forget about them. Because you owe it to yourself to have the whimsy. You owe it to yourself to play. You owe it to yourself to do things that make you happy and not care. And I think in America, we forget that and we say, "Oh, you like doing that? Okay, that could be your side hustle." No, just play. Just play. Just play. Anyway, love you. Go make a sandcastle.